Hi everyone. I'm going to be doing a collage piece today in my art journal as part of the Creative Arts Collaboration hashtag event, hashtag thinkpinkart, for breast cancer awareness. And to start, I'm going to be using a napkin as a background with these really nice pink flowers on here. So I'm going to take the napkin apart. It's got 3 layers. I'm going to just pull this top piece off. There are 2 other layers underneath here. Just pull the top piece away. And keep this for later. You can use the white pieces of the napkin to just to use on a background for texture. Lots of things you can use that for, so don't throw those out. Okay, so this is going to go on like this, and a little bit of this text is going to be upside down, but it won't really be noticeable. I'm going to have a figure of a lady here, and so it's going to work out fine. Okay, so we're going to just collage this down, and I'm going to use Collaged. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry a little bit more, just air dry. I'm going to move it over here for a moment. And I'm going to be using this image that I cut from a magazine on this page. And I decided to give her some wings. And I cut them out. What did I do with them? Okay. I just I folded a piece of printer paper and just drew the shape of a wing, kind of like you do a heart, you know, so that when you open it up, you've got 2 sides and they're equal. And I'm going to be putting these on the girl. Like this. Okay. But before I do that, I want to put this swirly design on the wings. So I'm going to use some silver paint. I'm going to use some silver paint. She's got some kind of a grayish colored butterflies in her skirt and some silver jewelry on. So I'm going to stick with the silver. And I'm going to use the metallic, that's a Deco Art metallic. And it's called Shimmering Silver. And basically I'm just going to take this foam brush and kind of paint it on the back of this stamp. And then just in one turn, I hope. Might have to do it this way, let's see. Let's see if it's going to fit. Nope. Okay, so it's pretty close if I do it this way. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, I'll do it like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the paint on the brush and just kind of brush it on. This is very liquidy paint, very watery, but it works. Okay. Right, so we have the surface covered, and hopefully we can get this in one try. Maybe fingers crossed. I'm going to turn it this way so I can see it better. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay. I'm going to pause for a second so I can go and rinse this stamp off. Be right back. Okay, I got my stamp cleaned off, and now I'm just going to trim the excess napkin. I guess you noticed when I was brushing on the top coat of the Collage, I tore a little piece of the napkin, and so I just ripped a piece from the bottom here and replaced it, and no one would ever know the difference. So that's just a little tip to, you know, if that ever happens to you, because these are very delicate, and man, once they get wet, you got to really treat them gently. And then of course you want to save these. You can use these for lots of things: index cards, ATCs, all kinds of stuff. Oh, and before I washed that stamp, I grabbed one of my index cards that I already had a lot of paint on, and added that little bit of that silver paint onto the index card. So they'd be able to do something cool with that soon. Okay. All right. So this is still, you know, it's dry to the touch, but it's still a little bit wet, but it's not bad. It can be worked with. So now the wings are dry, and they probably, the girl's hand was up and she was leaning against a wall, and so I'm going to have her just have her hand right on the edge of the page, so that makes sense. And so this part of the wing is going to be cut away. It'll need to be trimmed, but because she's so far over to the side, to get her over here. Okay, so she's going to be right about there. And her wings, I don't know, maybe they will fit. Hey, I think they are going to fit. Perfect. Okay, I think that looks like it's pretty straight. All right, so let me get my glue stick. well, she's pretty wrinkly, which that does happen a lot with magazine images because they're so thin and because this collage medium is so wet. So I'm not really concerned about the wrinkles, but I took a lot of the color off of her face when I was trying to work some of those wrinkles out that went right across her neck. So I'm going to see if I can fix it, and hopefully she'll come out okay. Okay, so I'm going to put some words on my page. For those of you who are new to my channel, who haven't seen in some of my earlier videos, what I do is I print off the words that I use. Usually I print them off from my computer. And I have an inkjet printer, and the ink in the inkjet printer will run if you put something wet on it, like Collage Podge or Mod Podge. So what I do is I take a thicker medium. This is matte gel, and I put a coat, and I did this off camera while I was off. I should have done it on camera since I'm explaining it, but because this is not so wet, it does not smear the ink if you put it on quickly and then leave it alone. Don't keep going over and over and over. Just put it on and leave it, okay? And then I dried it with the heat tool. And so now it has a coat of the matte gel on it. So when I put it down on the page, and probably will go over it with a little of the Collage Podge so that it all has the same surface, these letters won't run. So that's what I did. I've already coated it with the matte gel. And now I'm going to cut the words apart and put them on the page. All right. right, so let's see. Oops. Okay, so it's going to look something like that. And I'm going to glue it down with the same matte gel because it is thicker and this is cardstock. And it just tends to hold it down a little bit better than the more liquidy adhesives do. So just put a little of this on the back. I think I'm going to add a little bit of stickles to the wings. Maybe I don't think I want to do the whole swirl, but maybe just a dot at the end of each one, just to add a little sparkle here and there. And I actually had drawn out a little breast cancer ribbon. Wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not. I might just attach it down here. kind of like it over there. It's a little less pink, so it shows up better. So I think that'll probably do it. I think I've done all the damage I can do. No, honestly, I think it turned out really good considering the problems that I encountered. So I hope you stuck with me, and I hope you enjoyed this page. And again, I'm glad to be able to do this page to help bring more awareness to breast cancer. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.